Hey guys, it's Andrew Keene from KeeneOnTheMarket.com. This is your Emini oil, Apple, Google, and earnings update for August 30th, 2012. So today, a very bearish day. We closed close to the low of the day. It seems we might have more follow-through coming lower. I'm looking for a confirmation, a break to the downside. I want to see this 1387 get broken. Until then, I'm not necessarily thinking that we're going to be looking to take any shorts. But keep an eye on this 1389 through this whole couple days of sell-off. Technology continues to look strong. We have seen Apple sell off about 2.2% from the highs. I'll talk about that in a minute. But the minis, looking pretty weak right now. Bernanke speaks tomorrow. We also have Chicago PMI. Today in the minis, even though we gapped lower, we had a very tight range. We opened up this morning at 1402.25. 50%, 80% of the time we have the high or low within the first hour. 1402.75. We had the high within the second 12-minute bar. I actually was thinking about taking a short on the close of this bar, and I didn't take it. I was going to put a 1403 half stop. We got some follow through to the downside. Low of the day, 1395.25. Rallied back, tried to test the high of the day, did not. We failed at a 2.5 level. Sold off at the end of the day. So very, very interesting day today. Even though we did not move that much, we did gap lower. We haven't seen a gap lower in a little while. So today, a very, very tight range, about 7 points. Next thing I want to look at, oil. Now oil is continuing to slide. It's interesting that everybody gets bullish on oil, and then it starts selling off. So, it's trying to do what the opposite of, what we think it's going to do. Technical daily buy setup at this 92 level. You have to risk down to 82. You have to get to 102 before you get to 82. I did not take that daily setup and the buy setup. Lower low, lower high today in the daily chart. I trade oil on the 5-minute intraday. And today, I didn't take any trades. Buy setup at the end of the day. I was thinking about taking that. There wasn't enough time in the day for me to put it on. So, the market opened this morning. We sold off pretty hard. I was actually looking at a short in oil right around here or even here, with the stop above 95.40. I really thought we were going to test down to this 94 level. I didn't take it. Trading is always easier in hindsight as well. Next thing I want to look at, Apple. Let's first look at Apple on the 5. I traded Apple on the 5 at a great short yesterday. We had a huge tail on the top today. We got the high within the first 5 minutes. A lot of times in Google and Apple, I think it's a very good risk versus reward setup. Selling, a bear bar in the first 5 minutes and having a stop above the high. If it's a bull bar, buying above the bull bar and leaving a stop below it. So, sold off today. Apple sold off really hard. We tested this 669 level that I was talking about. It was important that I thought we had gapped down to and tested 669. At first, we saw 669 and we saw a pop. So we got down here to 669. We saw a pop. Tried to test the high of the day. Sold back off. Down all day. Apple down to 663. How weak is it? It's down $17 from the highs. Is that a big deal? On the daily, this is 4 straight bear bars in Apple. If Apple sells off at all, I'll be looking to, probably sell some put spreads at around the 650 level. Google, another thing I look at. And Google is, looked stronger than Apple and Amazon. Amazon looked very strong today. What is resistance becomes support, support becomes resistance. So the 680 level is very important. Where did Google sell off to? 680.18. Interesting how that works. So the highs here was 680.45, 680.45, 680.60. Maybe some people had their stops under that. They got stopped and it ran back up. Google closed right around the 681 level on the 5-minute. I'm short a call spread in Google for the weekly is the 680, 685. Oh, first solar down 4.5. Sorry about that. So Google opened up, looked relatively strong. I was actually thinking about shorting around the 688 level, thinking it wouldn't get through 690. Sold off hard here down the 680 level, bounced back, did close near the lows. One earnings trade I was looking to trade, I didn't get filled on it, OVTI. I was trying to sell the 15-14 put spread for 40 cents, risking $60 per one lot to make $40. Bull channel, I thought the stock would test higher. As I'm going over the report right now, OVTI spiking higher to $18. So this would have been a good trade. I never got filled. But this is something to keep an eye on. OVTI spiking up to this $18 level right now. Xander Keene from KeeneOnTheMarket.com. If you want a free trial to the live trading room, you can email Greg at KeeneOnTheMarket.com, and we'll run it back tomorrow. Thanks, guys.